Now it's recording.
Hello, everybody. I'm Anila. I'm with the American Muslim Multifaith Women's Empowerment Council. And today is Eid, and I'm really happy to introduce to you some friends and some board members and celebrate Eid. We hope that you're going to have a fun-filled few minutes. The first thing I want to do is introduce a longtime friend of AMWEC, our dear friend Diane Gonzales from the FBI, who has always joined us for multicultural events. And so today, despite of what's happening, we asked her to share in our virtual joy and give us her thoughts on the Eid that we are celebrating. Diane Gonzales from the FBI.
Well, good evening, and thank you, Anila, for having me join the women today. And I am so proud of all of you and all the work that you have done. And I really miss not being in community. As you know, I support the community, and Eid was just one of those wonderful celebrations of the breaking of the fast. And to me, it's a wonderful celebration of faith, of family, of neighbors, of friends, and just understanding who and what we are. We are all so much alike and yet so different in our thoughts, our prayers, and everything that we have. I ask each and every one of you to please always stay safe, to take care of yourselves, to take care of your family, and look after friends, because right now when we are so separated, just a phone call or an email really does make a big difference. We had an event that I hosted on Monday on the diversity of the Far and the Middle East. And I'd like to thank Anila and some of our other panelists who were there to really explain and the understanding of who and what we are. I may not be of your culture, but I am one of you in my thoughts and prayers. Thank you for having me, and have a wonderful festival at Eid time and the celebration of what it really means. The meaning of being able to serve, of being able to give. Thank you.
Thank you, Diane. You spoke so beautifully, and I want to thank you for being there for the Muslim community, especially our group of women, through thick or thin, and through good times and bad times. And we hope to see you physically next Eid.
I hope so too.
With that, I want to share how excited I am today to have so many of my board members joining us in celebrating Eid. And we have a couple of exciting things coming up. The most exciting has to be food. And one of our founding members, Shaheen Awan, she has a cooking channel, and she's going to be sharing this awesome recipe. It is a dessert. We all need some sweet in our life, and she is going to show us how to make that. That is the dish that we usually have for Eid. So she's going to be doing a bit of that. And then after that, we have a fashion show coming up. So don't leave. You've got to watch till the end to see the live fashion show. And it's going to be promoting jewelry made by refugees from Afghanistan, Iran, and a lot of the Middle Eastern countries that are living in Pakistan. And we're honored to share their work and their crafts. Another exciting thing coming up next week, which is our AMWEC gift to all the people that have been following us on webinars. And disclaimer, this offer is for US-based viewers only. So I want to share that we are going to be having one of my favorite writers and academics, Raza Aslan. He is going to be with us on Tuesday, August 4th at 4 p.m. Pacific time. So that's going to be 7 p.m. East Coast time. Please join us as we talk about Hajj and the implications of the Hajj being online. And the first 50 people who register and watch the entire webinar with Raza Aslan and other academics, we're going to give you a free signed copy of his amazing book, No God But God. It's been one of my most inspiring pieces of literature that books that I've read, and I've used it in my writing a lot. So I'm really inspired, and I hope to be having a great conversation with him on Tuesday, 4th of August, 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. I pass the baton on to Paryal Khan. She's the Vice President of AMWEC, and then she's going to be introducing the other board members, and off to you, Paryal.
Thank you all for joining us today, celebrating Eid. I wanted to just kind of share with you why we celebrate Bakr. And this is an occasion where God, the Almighty, challenged Prophet Ibrahim to sacrifice what was most important, most dear to them. And Prophet Ibrahim actually went ahead and he brought forward his son Ibrahim to sacrifice for God. Just as he was about to be beheaded and sacrificed, all of a sudden, Ibrahim turned into a sheep. So God saved him. And from there on, Muslims celebrate Eid. It's a very, very special occasion for us. The festivities usually go on for 3 days. So we're eating for 3 days straight. And trust me, we eat for 3 days straight. Lots of wonderful foods, one of which Shaheen is going to share the recipe with us. So with that said, I wanted to hand it off to Bushra, who is our board member. And I apologize, we also have Sabine here, Dr. Sabine. She is also one of our board members. So Bushra, go ahead, please.
Assalamu alaikum, good evening, and a very happy Eid Mubarak. My name is Bushra Mateen, and I'm a proud board member of AMWEC. It is my utmost pleasure to introduce a very special lady tonight. One of my dear friends, Shaheen Awan, is also one of the founding members of AMWEC. A very enterprising lady, I must say. She started her own event planning business called SNS Designs, of which she is the CEO. So if you want to arrange a big fundraiser for a good cause, she is the go-to person. She is very involved in our South Asian community. And among other good things, she tries to find matrimonial matches in our Muslim community for no charge. With the COVID pandemic onslaught, a very social and industrious friend was forced to be at home in isolation. Frustrated with boredom, she decided to share her love of cooking by starting her own YouTube cooking channel that anyone can subscribe to. A proud mother of 4 beautiful grown kids, she is also a devoted grandmother of 4 delightful little boys ages 1 to 5. Tonight, she will be demonstrating the cooking of one of her favorite Eid dishes. So without much ado, I give it to you, Shaheen.
Okay. Oh my God, Bushra, I don't know what to say. You guys are so sweet, and thank you, Anila, for giving me this opportunity to be on live with you guys today on Eid Day. And I hope you would like my cooking, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, do so. It's not just a cooking channel, by the way, ladies. I do DIY. I've like other stuff that I do vlog, and lot of many things that you will enjoy. Plus I do Pakistani drama reviews too, every week, 3 drama reviews in English, so local people can watch. So let me just turn my camera around, and I have everything set up here. Today I am making sheer khurma. This is one dessert that on Eid day, first thing after the men come home from praying namaz, they ask, where's sheer khurma? So this is the one thing we serve on day of Eid morning, especially. So here it is, and I'll start with the ingredients, and then we will go on. It shouldn't take more than 10 minutes for the total recipe. It's very easy and simple. So, and I do make all my cookings very easy and simple. So let's start. So here, I'm gonna turn my camera around first, and then we are here. Okay, here we go. So I have everything set up here, ladies, as you can see. So basically what we need, number 1 item we need for sheer khurma is vermicelli, called samaiya or vermicelli. So I have 1 cup of vermicelli right here. Then I have nuts depends on you, what type of nuts you want to use in your sheer khurma. Everybody is very particular about that. So today I'm using almonds. I'm using almonds. Then I have 2 different type of raisins, and I have some khajur or dates, dry. And then I also have walnuts. Plus I have cardamom powder and saffron. So these, and saffron, you just use pinch of that. And cardamom powder is half a teaspoon. Then I'm using desi ghee because it's much healthier and it smells really good when you make stuff like that with desi ghee. I'm not using sugar today. I usually use a condensed milk. It's much easier, and plus it makes your, this is an addition to my recipe that I'm doing. Usually people put sugar, but I'm using condensed milk. What condensed milk does is makes your sheer khurma thicker. So that's what it is. And then I already have my I'm so sorry. I already have my milk going on. It's on the stove. So let me take you to my stove right here. So I started that, so it will save us some time because since we are on limited time. So my milk is right here. I have half a cup of half and half and 1 cup of regular milk. So a 1.5 cup of milk right here is already warm. And so I'm just gonna move this on the side. And what the first thing we need to do is fry our nuts. So I will add ghee in here. Here's the ghee. I'm gonna use half of it for right now. And we're gonna fry our nuts in here. So as soon as it gets warm, it's on high flame right now. So I'm just gonna add all my nuts in here, and we're just gonna fry them slightly. We don't wanna burn them. And raisins, I'm just gonna wait a little bit after these nuts are done. Then I will put raisins because raisins get cooked really fast. So we're just gonna fry these right here. And my flame is on high. Can you guys see everything?
Yes, we can.
Okay, perfect. All right. So as soon as they're done, we are going to, if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask me at this time.
Can you tell us what nuts and raisins you have in the frying pan, Shaheen?
Okay, right now I have almonds, I have dates, and I have walnuts. But it's your option what your nuts your family likes, you can add. And I will be adding raisins also, but you can use kajus or cashews. So it just depends on your family choice, what nuts they like. Actually, my kids don't even like nuts in sheer khurma. They like a plain sheer khurma. So what I do is before adding nuts, I keep some on the side for them. Can you believe that? But that's how my kids are. They're very picky. You know, I guess all the kids who were born and raised in US are very picky about things like that. But anyhow.
That's very true. That's actually very true because they don't like things floating in the food. Somehow.
Right. You're right, Anila. I think I thought it was just my kids, but I found out through other parents too that they feel the same way on that. So now since like 5 minutes I browned the other nuts, raisin gets cooked really fast. So now I'm adding raisins to this. So we're just gonna make, and you'll see how raisins will puff up.
I have never sauteed raisins before.
Oh, you have not?
Yeah,
Oh,
I will just
really?
put them straight in the milk, and same with khajur.
Oh my God, it tastes so much better this way, believe me.
The nuts I do, pistachio and almonds, but not the raisins and khajur.
Oh my God, you must try this way. It really changes the taste of the entire sheer khurma. So that's how I learned making it. This is our own recipe. And that's how I learned. So see, look how raisins are already fluffy. And now before it gets burned, what we're going to do, add the entire thing to the milk. So the milk that we had already boiled, I'm adding the entire thing to that. Okay. with the ghee in it. So it's already in here. And now what we're going to do is just slightly brown the vermicelli or savanya. And the rest of the ghee that I had saved, I'm going to add that right now to my fry pan. And the fry pan is already really hot right now, so it's not going to take us long to make. But I put the heat on low flame because I don't want to burn the vermicelli. So I have 1 cup of vermicelli, and I'm just going to brown it really, really quick. And I'm just going to raise the flame to medium high. So, okay. So it's on medium high. And we're just going to make sure that it doesn't take long to brown vermicelli. I'm sure, ladies, you have cooked and you know how easy it is to burn them too. So I have learned hard ways. So we have to be very careful with this. So it's better to use a non-stick fry pan. Makes cooking very easy. And you know, you have to brown these. If they're kind of, if you put them directly, you will taste the raw flour in your sheer khurma. So, or any vermicelli dish you're making, if you don't brown them, then it will taste kind of raw. So you will feel that. Oh, so you have to be very, very gentle and really quick with this thing. So it's almost done. I'm just going to do it a little bit more. All right, so.
Shaheen, how do you know you're done? Do you smell it? Does it feel different once it's...
Yeah, the color changes. It changes a little bit more darker than it was original. So you can really totally tell that they're done. The color will be more browner.
And there is also an aroma when they are like toasted a little, when you're ready.
That's true. Thank you, Bushra. I agree on that one too. So yeah, definitely. So it's already done. Now, see, you can tell there's some white ones in here, and I can do more than that because it's going to start burning. So what we're going to do is add this to our milk and nuts that we had already done. So they're added. And now what we need to do is, last thing, I'm just going to put it on high and boil it a little bit. And the last thing we need to do to add in this is, not last, actually second last, is, like I said, I'm using condensed sweetened milk. So I am going to add half a can of condensed sweetened milk in 2 cups of milk. So this is 14 ounces. So I am adding 7 ounces. And then it also depends on your, you know, like how much sweetener you want. But for half a can for this much amount is perfect because I have made it before. And I know it comes out really good, but it's up to you how much you want to add. So now I'm mixing that. See, what happens is when you add a condensed milk instead of a sugar, it thickens the sheer khurma a little bit. And with sugar, what happens is like like you have to dry it more because it is more watery afterwards. So it's better to use condensed milk. And this is like quick fix kind of thing. So we don't need khoya or things like that. In Pakistan, people do add malai, khoya, things like that. So for this is over malai, basically. So as soon as it starts boiling, then what I'm going to add is cardamom, powder of cardamom, and saffron in this. The reason we want to add this at the end, because of the fragrance of that. You know, you want to keep the fragrance. If you add cardamom ahead of time, it will not keep the fragrance for that long then. So we will just add this at the end. So I'm just trying to boil this once, and then it's already boiling. So then we're going to add this. And then we let it simmer for 10 minutes and your sheer khurma is done. How simple and easy is this, right, ladies?
It is.
Just a question to ask you. With the ingredients that you set aside and gave us, how much does this make and for how many?
I'm sorry, what was the question? I didn't get that.
How much does this make and for how many servings?
Oh, okay. So sheer khurma is basically, everybody uses like a small bowl of like I'll show you size of the bowl that we use to serve in. This size of the bowl, like a dessert bowl, we like to serve in that, and it will make about 15 bowls like this size. So if you have one bowl, depending how much people will eat, but usually up to 10 to 15 people easily you can serve with this amount.
And then Shaheen, can you talk about like if somebody is on a low sugar diet, what can they do? How can they make sheer khurma for that and make it healthy for them?
So like I added the sugar kind of at the end, and now I'm adding, let me just add this first, my cardamom powder and saffron, so that get mixed. So what you can do is take before adding the sugar, because we're doing, as you saw, I added the sugar kind of at the end, right? So what you can do is take the half of the sheer khurma, or if somebody's on a sugar restricted diet, you can take it out in a bowl at that time, because it's cooked, and then you can simmer it on a stove, in a smaller pot in the stove then, to make it thicker. So this is done, ladies. Look how beautiful this is looking. This is all done, and I'm just going to let it simmer for 2 minutes. Actually, my sheer khurma is already done since I was boiling the milk for a long time, so I don't even need to do any go further than that. So what I'm going to do is dish it out and show you how it looks. So we're all done. As you can see how thick it is.
Very nice.
Yeah. So it was really simple and easy. So I'm going to dish it out in front of you guys so you can see. I have my dish ready right here.
And those of you that are watching, please subscribe to Shaheen's Desi SoCal Live, her YouTube channel, and you can follow some of the recipes and make excellent South Asian food.
Very.
Here it is, guys. I wish you were here, and we can eat it together, but I guess this is one of those things, we can meet each other, and look how nice this is. Okay. And what happens is, one more thing I need to mention, that the cooler it gets, the thicker it gets. So if your sheer khurma looks more watery than this, don't worry about it, because it will get thicker when it cools down.
Anila, to answer your question regarding if somebody has diabetic and he has they are on a sugar watch, I have tried once making it with Splenda. I did not use condensed milk, just like regular milk, and maybe you can add some half and half or full cream, but instead of sugar, you can add Splenda.
That's great idea. Actually, I'm pre-diabetic myself, so I should be thinking about things like that too. But thank you for the lovely tip, Bushra. That's so nice. Perfect. So ladies, here's my channel. Desi SoCal Life is Desi Southern California Life. That's what it means. And hope you guys will subscribe to that and, keep going. Thank you again, Anila, for the opportunity, and love you guys. And I'm still here. I'm going to continue with you guys for the rest of the show. So that's it for me on my end.
Thank you, Shaheen, for making it so easy. I know it's not. I know when I'm going to make it, it's not going to look like that, and it won't be easy. But, that's what great chefs do. They make it look easy so people like me try. Thank you, Shaheen. And
you're welcome. You're welcome.
Be sure to subscribe to your channel.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So going back to our panel here of AMVEC leaders, Faryal, I'm going to revert to you and ask you to, as I get some of our other members to join, if you can just share something about Eid. How are you going to be celebrating Eid today?
Growing up, I grew up in England, and every Eid was, we all go to the mosque to pray, and then after that, all of our relatives, all of our friends would come to our house. And from morning to late night, it was just constantly coming and going. And as children, what we looked forward to most of all for is Eid. And Eid is what the elders give to the kids on Eid, and it comes in the form of money. So everyone that would enter the house, you know, they would be kind of there. It's like, okay, how much are we going to get? What are we going to get? So that, I think everybody, all of us grew up that way, looking forward to Eid, meeting all of our relatives, collecting our EID, and then going out and buying something later. But it was just all about coming together, friends, family, and how meaningful that was to us.
Thanks, Faryal. Before I move on to introducing you to our designer, I see Hannah Atif is online. She is our intern. So Hannah, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and say hello to the viewers?
Hi, my name is Hannah and I am an intern at Amwick. As a South Asian Muslim in Southern California, Eid is one of those holidays that I'm always looking forward to, and we have a lot of traditions such as the Shir Khurma and going to the masjid and praying namaz. And even though we can't continue on these traditions, I'm really excited to see how we can continue these traditions while social distancing.
Answer.
Thank you, Hannah. Thank you for the great work you do. And we're here to mentor you, and we love having you on board. We need the youthful energy.
Thank you.
Welcome to the team.
Nice to meet you, Hannah.
Nice to meet you too.
So I'm going to show you a little bit about the designer, Khurma Adnan. And for that, I'm going to share the screen and quickly show you the video. And
Priya needs no introduction. She's a powerhouse. Catwalk Cares is doing this amazing show, which is going to be a virtual show, which will be streaming. The collection that you will see this time will have a feel of tribal, and the jewelry that I'm showcasing is made by the refugee artisans living in Pakistan. I chose a bead to do my walk and to model for my collection. She has that tribal looking features, which I really wanted to incorporate in my collection. This is the reason I chose her. Hey, this is me, Abhi Rizvi, and I'm waiting. will eventually be paying tribute to the frontliners, salute all these people who are actually out there risking their lives. I think this show will really create awareness for those people. They are our true heroes and they are our true patriots. So hats off to them.
So how did you guys like the fashion show?
Good.
It was excellent. And Khurma is truly an example of women empowering women. You know, right now, especially on social media, we see the black and white pictures everybody is posting, and it has to do with women empowerment. And Khurma is truly an example of that. So well done to her and everything that she's doing for women to empower them and providing them a livelihood.
And I just want to share that I'm wearing the earrings made by refugee women, and I'll bring it closer. They're really beautifully intricate. They also have this Mughaliya art, the miniature art that comes from the Mughal period in India. And then she adds it to all these stitches and other beads and things. And one of the reasons why we're all sort of, we travel back and forth from South Asia and the countries that we were born in, is because we can't stop wearing the jewelry and the clothes. We've got to go replenish, buy more of that and bring it back. And Diane, I'm sure you know how much we love wearing our clothes and our jewelry.
Well, I join you myself because you know I have a lot of the clothing and the jewelry myself.
Yeah.
Yes, and we're always happy to see you don our clothes and our outfits. We're joined by another board member, Parveen Ahmed. Hello, welcome. Would you like to share a Eid message with everybody? We are. Parveen, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you all.
Okay, Parveen, would you like to share an Eid message for everybody, Parveen? Parveen, can you hear us?
Anila, is she in Pakistan or she's here?
She's here.
She's here. I think we may be having some technical difficulties. Aisha is also here. She's another board member, and I know that we are having technical difficulties. So we will come back to that. Parveen, can you hear us? Can you share a message? All right, so I'm going to move to Sabine. Sabine, if you're online, can you share an Eid message? Sabine?
I think she had to take off.
I think she had to go. She's a frontline hero, and we know that she, you know, she is looking after people, and then in the evening, her little two little kids are there, and they need to be looked after. So we totally understand. With this, I ask everyone to say their goodbyes, and we will be back with another webinar. Thank you, Diane, for being online with us and watching our fun virtual fashion show and enjoying some Eid cooking with us. Thank you, Shaheen, for showing us how to make shir khurma. And Faryal, any parting words, and Bushra?
Thank you.
Eid Mubarak, stay safe, everybody. And I know this Eid is not going to be like the other Eids, but I guess we should become used to it. But we have to make the best of it. Think of the people. I mean, we are still fortunate that we have our families and we have our homes, and I mean, we still have lots of blessings, our health as well. And we should be mindful of those people who are losing so much and who have lost so much already due to this pandemic. So we should be grateful and we should be thankful to the Almighty that we are all alive and healthy to celebrate whichever way we can this happy holiday. So Baqra Eid Mubarak, everybody. And inshallah, next year, we'll celebrate.
I'm going to share a tweet that I wrote the other day. I'm so thankful to God that we live in America and we are being taken care of by our government. A Muslim woman said that to me. And indeed, it was that moment I thanked God that I was living in America, that we all have to remember to be thankful for what we have, that we are really fortunate to be living in America, and that we have a roof over our heads and we have 3 meals at the table, because half of the world doesn't have that luxury. So with that, I thank all of you. Sabine, you have the parting message.
I have to say one thing, ladies. I just have to tell you that I got all dressed up today, and my husband, when he walked in, my husband walked in, he was so happy to see me all dressed up. He says, "Oh my God, kya ho raha hai?" And I said, "Nothing. I was going to go live." So guys, I guess we need to get dressed more often, since we've been sitting home, and I think we don't do it. It seems like we're doing it for people. We don't do it for our husbands. So I guess I'm going to get dressed up every day, single day, because we haven't done that for such a long time. So it's just a message for everyone that think of your own family and your own husbands, that he was honestly really excited to see me so dressed up with makeup on and all that. I think it's been 4 or 5 months he hasn't seen me like that. So that's just a message to all beautiful ladies. Make your husbands happy. Okay.
Good point, Shaheen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Eid Mubarak, everyone. Take care.
Sabine.
Take care.
All right, so after that 1 hour talk, again, the message remains the same. Safety first. Please wear your mask. Remember 6 feet distance and social distancing. And remember not to go in big gatherings. Try to avoid gatherings which are more than 25 people at the same time. That's it. And Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak.
Thank you, Sabine. And yes, let's all make sure that we wear a mask. I have one more board member and I'm trying to get her on, but I'm afraid we've had lots of technical difficulties.
Anila, this is Aisha. I'm on. Can you hear me? Because I was getting on and off like 2-3 times. I don't know if you can hear me.
Let's have a message from you. I know you're showing up as Faryal, but you're actually Aisha. And
yes. Oh, am I? Okay. I have.
If you get a message, just stop the video.
So I just, again, this is going to be different Eid, but everybody they have their families, and everybody needs to focus on, I believe, enjoy it with their loved ones. And it's not always about, celebrating at a mass major scale. Eid will happen and Hajj will happen, and it's just going to be a little different. Health is more important, as Sabine said. I think the main thing, everybody needs to make sure that they keep the social distance and just enjoy the things at their homes.
All right, thank you, everybody. Thank you for sharing your ideas, and thank you for staying on with us. To all the people that are watching who celebrate Hajj Eid, Eid Mubarak, stay safe. And yes, wear a mask, because you want to be safe and you want to keep your family safe. Thank you. Allah Hafiz, Khuda Hafiz.
Khuda Hafiz.
Khuda Hafiz.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Diane.
Thank you.